I already know that in this video I am going to pick a nerve. I'm gonna hit someone's nerve. And hear me out before y'all get in my comments and start talking trash. Like, I am not for any reason justifying or like making excuses for men and the reasons why they cheat. Jumping right into this conversation, we gotta be honest with ourselves, ladies. Like, honestly, I'm gonna say it like this: a lot of the times we are very insensitive to men's feelings, and it's because the things that are important to them is not as important to us as females. But we have to remember that male and female are not the same. I'm sorry if y'all hear my cat going crazy. She always likes to pick the wrong time to be meowing and just disturbing. But anyways, yeah, we have to remember that both female and male are not the same, and we do not think anything alike. Like, we're the complete opposite of each other, if anything. So just because we don't agree that things that men cherish and find important is not important to us doesn't mean that we have to just brush it away completely and like disregard it. Like, I'm pretty sure half of the times, more than half of the time, men think that women, you know, will probably think the same thing. Like, wow, that's what we're worried about, that's not important, just move on, whatever the case may be, right? Like, I'm pretty sure men think that women think pointlessly sometimes. Like, it's like, that's not important. Why are you stressing that out? So with that being said, like, I need y'all to understand that just because you don't find something important, y'all don't agree on something being important or priority, you need to respect people's own opinion, their individuality. That is exactly what gets y'all together to begin with. I'm all over the place, but hear me out. This is why it's so important for people to not date when they're not ready. If you cannot date yourself, what makes you think you could date somebody else? And if you do, you're probably gonna attract the wrong person, somebody that down the line is not in alignment with your higher self. That's why I feel like you really should be in some strong self-love journey. I think everyone should indulge in their own self-love journey, because if you don't love yourself, you're gonna attract the wrong person, and it might work out for 10 years, but then like on the 11th year, you basically grow mentally and you evolve and you change, and then you start to realize like, wow, my partner is really not the ideal partner that I want, that I would have picked, or that I would have even had kids with. That's a big one. We're over here having any and everybody's kids. It's disgusting. Like, can we as a society agree to do better? Cheating is like never okay, ever, under any circumstances. And I feel like cheating happens for that reason, because we don't date thinking about our highest self, our higher form self, and what we really want, because we don't know ourselves. We don't date ourselves. We don't get to know each other on a personal level. We don't even know our own love language sometimes, you know? And let alone to date someone who doesn't understand your love language. You don't even understand your own love language. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be a toxic relationship. And this topic could be so broad, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down. Ma'am, you're interrupting my video. Can we not? I'm sorry. But anyways, as I was saying, like, is it making sense for real? Like, is it making sense? So what do you think is the reason that men cheat? You think all men cheat? All men do not cheat. If you think all men cheat, maybe you need to find you a new man, sis. So my personal take on the reason why men cheat is because women, and it's only ourselves that we can hold ourselves accountable, okay? So I'm holding all women, including myself, accountable when I'm speaking in this term of like cheating. First and foremost, cheating is never okay. I am not justifying cheating for any reasons. I am just simply stating what needs to be stated. So I'm not over here encouraging men to cheat. No, that's not what we do over here. But I do want to give some good reasons of what could be causing a man to cheat. Again, I am not justifying cheating at all. But the reason why men cheat, let's be honest, is because we as women, we stop loving on ourselves. If you're a woman that practices heavy self-love like me, we're here. But for real, don't ever like let go of that, because once you stop loving yourself, like, this is what happens. It's domino effect from there. Once you stop self-love, loving on yourself, whatever have you, it's the same thing. That's when you realize that either you're gonna start gaining weight because you're just not eating correctly anymore. You know, you eating for comfort and not for like nutrients. You are going to stop caring about how you look. We all been there. When we're in a relationship, we get so comfortable in our relationship that we forget to get cute for our men. Hello, when he met us, we was looking gorgeous. Don't stop what you're doing, sis. Just because you got the man. Just because you got the man doesn't mean you stop. You gotta continue doing what you did when you was in the, what stage is that? The talking stage, the getting to know each other stage, the meeting stage, the we just first met stage, the beginning of your relationship stage, all that cute early on stages. You need to continue doing what you did then years after. Don't start getting comfortable and like getting with your looks and your appearance. Stop wearing baggy clothes and sweatpants all the time. Getting your hair tied, slicked back like this could be very elegant and cute, but if that's all you're doing every single day with every outfit, it gets boring. Like, switch it up a little bit. If you're a girl that likes to wear makeup, continue to wear your makeup. Don't just wear makeup when you're like outside. Maybe if you're a homebody like me, I have to throw on makeup when I'm staying home because it just helps me feel and look put together. Even though I'm staying home doesn't mean, okay, this is a bum affair where we just look like a bum all day. No, like, still make the effort to look like something. If your relationship is just that boring and that easy and that comfortable, it's time to spark something up, because your man is not being intrigued, and therefore curiosity is in his mind. And when curiosity is walking by, he gonna be like, oh, what's your name? And cheating occurs. Again, I'm not saying that this is okay. I'm just saying that, you know, take accountability in your own area where you lack of, so you can pick that up, because you don't want to ever give your significant other, and I'm saying a man, but I'm really speaking on both genders, man to woman, woman to man. Like, you don't want your significant other, you don't ever want to give your significant other a reason to look for excitement elsewhere. Like, you should be his whole package deal. His excitement should only be you. So get excited so he don't have to go look for it elsewhere. Everyone, not just men, but everyone in general has a preference, right? Right. So with that being said, when you met your man, he had a preference, and his preference was you, sis. You were the chosen one. You picked him, he picked you. Y'all picking each other, as it should be, right? But okay, so he has a preference. You were his preference. That's why he made you his girlfriend. So it kind of sucks that after you stop loving yourself and you don't look like yourself, you gain weight, you don't put on makeup anymore, you don't get cute, you're too comfortable. Like, it makes sense that you are no longer his preference. Now, I'm not saying at all, you know, cheating is okay. It's never okay. I'm going to keep saying this throughout this whole entire video, because I don't want people thinking and commenting down below that I am justifying cheating and that I'm basically agreeing with the fact that cheating is okay. That is never okay. What I'm saying here is that if you stop looking like the way you did when he met you, you are no longer his preference. And it kind of sucks that anyone has to be forced to be with somebody that's not their preference. I don't want to be with somebody that's not my preference. If I met my man skinny and he done gained so much weight, I'm talking about drastic amount of weight, I'm not gonna want to be with him fat. I didn't meet you fat. I'm sorry, that's not how I met you. That's not my preference. You no longer match that. So it kind of sucks to force a man to be with someone when that person wasn't the person he actually met. Like, you know, people change. We all evolve, and sometimes we don't evolve for the best of us, you know, for the best of our interests. And if you are the complete opposite of that, it is not fair to him that he has to be forced to be with you because he's been with you all this time. And even though you're no longer his preference, you no longer are the same person he once dated, it's not fair for him to stay. Why should he stay? If you're not willing to change, why should he stay? It's better for the person to actually leave than to tag along and cheat. That I do support. Like, I do support someone leaving, because it honestly, it's not working out. It is never okay to cheat, but it's honestly not fair for a man to have to force himself to like someone that no longer is his preference, and that someone might be you. Tough reality. But it's not fair to him. Just like it wouldn't be fair for a female to date a man, vice versa. someone that you met him a certain way and he's the complete opposite of that now because he done got comfortable because life took a toll on him. And you know, life happens, but like no one is responsible to stick around if they don't want to stick around. That's the harsh reality. The next reason is probably the most important reason why men cheat. And this is not even just men. Again, this is generalized. Women cheat for the same reason. Men cheat because you don't speak his love language. You're not speaking his love language. Learn to speak your man's love language. And one thing I need y'all to understand is that your love language and your man's love language, they're two different love languages. It might be the same. Very rare would it be the same. And if it is the same, then that'll be easy because all you gotta do is basically do what you already like doing for yourself, but now to him. But that's almost never the case. You always have to learn and adapt to speaking your significant other's love language. Your interpretation of love may not be his, and so you can't fill his cup up. You can't make him feel love by doing how you think love looks. Like, ask him what love looks like to him. Learn what love looks like to him and learn to cater to it. And if it's something that you absolutely cannot fathom, you cannot adjust to his love language. For example, acts of service. I cannot do acts of service. I don't like to perform for people. I am not a performer. I don't like to do things for people just because that's their love language. I don't like to do, I am very much so lazy, and yeah, it's just not gonna work. I don't like to do acts of service. It boils my blood, to be honest. So I can't be with somebody that speaks that love language, that's their love language. We will never work out. And you know what? If you're unable to fathom your partner's love language, then maybe you should consider being single. It's going to suck, yes, but it is definitely okay to be single because you know what that means? Y'all are not compatible. And if you're not compatible, what's the point of being in a relationship with somebody? That's like dating someone who has absolute opposite views of you. Like, I want kids, I don't want kids. Are you gonna date somebody who wants kids if you don't want to have kids, or vice versa? Like, no, you're not. In a religion aspect, are you gonna date a Muslim when you're Catholic? And no, you're not. That most likely might not even work. So it's the same thing here with the love language. If you can't speak his love language because it literally does not, you just can't do it, like it's something that bothers you, because I'm not gonna say force yourself to speak their love language. That is never okay. You do have to adapt to their love language, but if you cannot, for whatever reason, then that means you're not compatible, and you should really think about seeing other people. Like, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, but it's better for y'all, both of y'all, to figure out that y'all not compatible and start seeing other people than to hurt each other by staying together even longer. But yeah, that is it for this video. I didn't want to make this too long. I hope that I didn't offend anybody out there. Again, I was not really siding with the man. I was siding with the man, but I wasn't really siding with the man. Like, we're here. I love the man. I love men, but I'm a woman first. And I think that women, we lack accountability. And sometimes, like I said, I'm trying to be that friend that's gonna not tell you what you want to hear, but tell you what you need to hear. And yeah, take accountability. I am speaking to myself when I'm speaking to you. So this also applies to myself. If you have any more pointers on the reason why men might cheat, please comment down below. If you want to see a part 2 to this, let me know, and we can definitely spice this up a little bit more. If y'all want me to do one for the ladies, I got you, sis. Just let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.